Mzwanele Manyi has left the ANC to find a new political home at the African Transformation Movement, ATM. He says he is leaving the governing party because of the ANC's inability to tackle issues of transformation. Thanking the ANC for its service to the country today, he said it's time for younger, fresher and uncaptured blood to take over. Well, to help us find out what the ATM stands for, we're joined by the party's president, Vuyolwethu Zungula. Good evening, sir. Thanks very much for your time. Now, your party states in its I think it's a 30-page manifesto that you're stating it up front that you are a faith-based political party. Explain that to us.
We are a faith-based political party, as we have been born from many spiritual organizations that saw the need to bring back certain values in the country. So the strength of those values are the ones that have made us as the ATM to grow from the time in which we have started engaging the communities up until now.
What are those values?
Peace, because we believe that if you look at the country currently, there's no peace. Plus minus 57 people are killed on a daily basis, 14,000 protests every year, and most of them are violent. Many women and young women are feeling unsafe in terms of walking down the street. Therefore, there's generally no peace, particularly in the political space, because you find that many people are being killed because of their political aspirations or political views. Now, we felt that we cannot live in a country that lacks so much peace, because we want our children, when growing up, to aspire to be presidents, to aspire to be ministers. And currently that cannot happen, because once you become a politician, it's like you are entering into a dangerous job, basically.
But is that because there's no peace, or is it not because people are just committing crime? People are just being greedy and so on, and perhaps peace has very little to do with it.
It's definitely about peace, because if you have views as a person or within the political parties, how you differ with the person, you need to differ peacefully. If you are protesting as a community over whatever, you need to protest peacefully. If you have any difference with any fellow South African, you cannot resort to killing that person instead of engaging with that person. So what we mean by peace, we're saying, yes, there'll be problems, but however, we need to find peaceful ways to address all of the problems that we face in society.
I'm sure every party leader that you would ask would tell you the same thing, that at the end of the day, that's what they are talking about, but the way they would go about doing it is to address your housing issues, your health issues, your education issues, in the hope that they'll get to the peace that you're talking about. In other words, I'm saying, what really distinguishes you from the rest of the parties that we have seen, that we're seeing out there?
Firstly, it is a humanist approach to politics. If you check the nature of politics currently, it is for many people a means to getting a job, getting a tender and so forth. Hence, you find that they kill one another once they see an opposition. Now, if you bring back humanity in the sense that we as the ATM, we view all of the other political parties as fellow human beings, therefore we don't go out insulting them and finding faults in what they are doing, because that should not be the drive in terms of our politics. Our politics should be driven by what is a problem in South Africa, how can you address that problem, not a case whereby it is political parties fighting one another. Particularly when it comes to the election season, you find that many people are dying. Hence, you find that even the IEC pleads for political tolerance, because that is what we're lacking. So what we are doing as the ATM, we're bringing humanity into politics.
Interesting you're talking about humanity. I mean, that coming from a party that is advocating for the return of the death penalty.
Yes, you are protecting humanity. If you have a community of 1,000 people and you find that there's one person that is terrorizing and killing many people in that community, what do you need to do? You need to protect the community from the perpetrators that are part of that community. So when we are saying we need to reinstate the capital punishment, it is because the taking of another human life in the country currently, it is too easy.
But that's precisely for that reason that people are appalled. Some people are appalled that you would say that, but still advocate the killing of another person as a means to actually deal with that problem. Isn't that doesn't that contradict everything you just said?
No, it is not killing. You are punishing a person for wrongdoing. Killing a person isn't, you take a person that is innocent, you decide to kill that person.
Are there no other humane ways of, dealing with that person?
There are humane ways. The ones that we are applying now in the country, I think we've exhausted all other ways in which we can deal with the problem. Because, look, Putvuyo, you can't have a situation, I just make mention of, I think 2 months ago, a taxi shot 255 times. That clearly shows that those people do not want to live amongst other human beings. And we need to protect humanity from the same vultures that are part of the communities that do not want to live amongst other people.
Talk to us very briefly about Mzwanele Manyi. How did he come to join the party, and why were you so keen to give him some kind of a position? Was there a deal?
There was no deal. Look, we are a new party. In fact, we are not a new party. We've been in existence since June 2018. When Mzwanele came to us, he gave us his background, and we saw that those
so
are...
he came to you?
Yes, he came to us, and he gave us his background, and we saw that those are the skills that we need to take the country forward. And we do not discriminate, because we feel that it is time for all South Africans to come together and build the country. If any person has got capacity to build our nation, they will be most welcome in our movement.
Okay, I'm sure we'll be talking a lot more over the next 5 months or so. ATM President Vuyolwethu Zungula.